What if I told you that you have a built-in guidance system for success, but nobody ever handed you the instruction manual? Well, today, we're unlocking one of the most powerful self-improvement books ever written. It's this incredible blend of psychology and, believe it or not, engineering called Cybernetics.
So let me start you off with this really strange puzzle that completely stumped a plastic surgeon back in the mid-20th century. This guy, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, was literally giving people new faces. And sometimes, a new face meant a whole new life. But for a few of his patients, something bizarre happened. Absolutely nothing changed. They still felt, acted, and saw themselves in the exact same way. Why was that?
He was seeing miracles. He saw shy people become outgoing and bold. People who thought of themselves as failures suddenly become successful. It seemed like his scalpel was a magic wand. But it was those exceptions, the patients whose inner world didn't budge an inch, that led him to a huge realization. The real change wasn't about the physical face he was fixing, but something much, much deeper.
And that deeper thing was what he ended up calling the blueprint in your mind. He realized the most important surgery wasn't happening on the operating table, it was happening inside the patient's own head. He gave this blueprint a name, the self-image. Now, think about that. It's your own internal picture of the sort of person I am. And this blueprint, whether you're aware of it or not, is basically running the show. It's the governor on your engine, dictating what you can and cannot achieve. And this right here, this is why just thinking positive or using sheer willpower so often falls flat. You literally cannot act in a way that's inconsistent with your deep-down self-image. If you see yourself as the kind of person who fails, you will unconsciously find a way to mess things up, even if a golden opportunity lands right in your lap. Your internal blueprint always wins.
Okay, so if changing that self-image is the master key, how in the world do you actually do it? If our internal blueprint is the target, what's the mechanism that automatically gets us there?
Well, Maltz found the answer in a field that seems totally unrelated: cybernetics. Yeah, the science of how machines, like guided missiles, use feedback to lock onto a target. He had this flash of insight that our brain and our nervous system work in the exact same way. We have a powerful, built-in guidance system.
Just think of your mind as an automatic success mechanism. All it needs from you is a clear goal. You give it a target and boom, it launches. And get this, it uses your mistakes, what we call negative feedback, not as a sign of failure, but as critical data to correct its course until it hits the target. In this system, mistakes aren't bad, they're just navigation.
So that leads to the next big question, right? If our mind is this amazing goal-seeking machine, how do we give it the target? How do we operate the controls? Well, the first key is your imagination.
Okay, now this is the secret key to the entire system. You have to get this. Your nervous system literally cannot tell the difference between a real, actual experience and an experience that you just imagine vividly and in detail. It creates what Maltz called a synthetic experience. But to your brain and your body, it feels just as real. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. This has been proven over and over in controlled experiments. In one famous study, a group of people who only imagined shooting basketball free throws for 20 days improved their accuracy almost as much as the group who physically practiced every single day. The group that did nothing? Well, you can guess. They didn't improve at all. It's incredible.
So, what does this all mean for you? It means you are essentially programming your internal guidance system every time you do this. By mentally rehearsing a successful outcome, you are feeding your success mechanism new memories of success before it even happens. You're literally building that new blueprint.
All right, let's make this practical. How do you actually put this into practice and start building that new self-image like today? It's actually way simpler than you might think.
Maltz noticed something really interesting with his surgery patients. It usually took about 21 days for the swelling to go down. And, wouldn't you know it, that was also about how long it took for them to get used to their new face in the mirror. So he came up with a simple challenge. Just give this a trial run for 3 weeks.
So here's the game plan. For just 21 days, that's it. Just suspend your disbelief. Spend a few minutes every single day vividly imagining yourself acting, feeling, and being the person you truly want to become. Feel the confidence. See the successful outcomes. The whole point is to make this new role, this new self-image, feel natural and familiar, until it just takes over the old, outdated blueprint.
So when you boil it all down, the most powerful takeaway is this: you already have the machinery for success. It's been there the whole time. Factory installed,
just waiting for instructions. So the question was never, can you achieve your goals? The only question left is, what new target are you going to give your success mechanism today?